This is going to seem random and I'm going off the cuff here, but I have something I want to talk to you about, and I think it's going to hit, but just stick with me because it's my first time articulating a lot of it out loud, okay? And it's an active topic that I'm like working on learning about as well. And so need a lot of feedback on this from a lot of different directions. If this resonates with you, like please leave a comment, okay? And this is the topic. Bitcoin information binging. Why do you do that? Why do I do that? Why? And I've been doing a lot of like I've referenced it in a couple videos, but just like therapy and like internal work, right? Of just like really thinking like, and toddlers, like having toddlers made me really realize a new level of kind of like emotional clarity and emotional processing that I needed to level up into. And it caused me to have a lot of introspection that my oldest is 4 years old. And it honestly has taken me almost that entire time to really feel like I leveled up a little bit on it. And I feel my head, I feel like is just a little bit above water now. I'm kind of just understanding kind of the deeper processes of like what your brain is actually doing when it's like processing emotions. And so I want to talk to you about something called somatic surfing. And it's the ability to just feel your feelings rise and fall. A feeling has about a 60 to 90 second lifespan. But the problem is that we all blunt the feeling, any negative feeling, we blunt it mid 60 to 90 second lifespan. And that causes us to not be able to metabolize like how we're actually doing, like what we're actually experiencing. Okay. And we do this, or one method, one way. Numbing is like lots of people use lots of different things, but one thing, and the one that I use the most, is information, like information numbing. And I tell myself that I'm like watching macroeconomic videos or watching real estate videos or watching Bitcoin videos as a way, like I tell myself that it's being productive, right? And that's fine. Like there is an argument there, but it's at the expense of sitting with the deeper feelings, like sitting with the deeper silence of whatever it is that is going on in your life that you're trying to process. And so your emotions and your feelings are constantly trying to share things with you. And we constantly interrupt that information with more outside information. And so specifically about Bitcoin, dealing with the volatility causes emotions. Like dealing with the volatility of Bitcoin causes emotions. Dealing with the interaction between Bitcoin being like a philosophical and in political impactful movement at the same time as being an investment, that has caused me to like really think differently than I used to in the past, and like really process things differently, right? Which then creates emotions, because then kind of like the classic personal finance advice is now in conflict with, this like political and kind of like moral ideology that I have about Bitcoin versus fiat money, right? And so those two things in conflict at different times when you're discussing like goals with your family or goals with like other people in your life can cause conflict and cause emotions to like rise and fall. And then we blunt that with just downloading more information. And what I would challenge you to do, and what I'm challenging myself to do, is like the best thing probably is to actually like look up somatic surfing and be able to feel that rise and fall, feel what you're experiencing with the volatility, feel what you're experiencing with either an alignment or a misalignment with the placement of Bitcoin in your personal finances and in your family personal finances, and create long-term alignment on that. Like, you know what that thing is? You know what that thing is that you're getting that feeling? You know what that is. Rather than numbing with additional Bitcoin videos or additional Bitcoin information, additional macroeconomic information, additional personal finance information, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that's actually going to create the financial freedom in your life, and the freedom in your life is that thing. Another Bitcoin video, another Hopium video, another Bitcoin crashing video is not going to do that. That won't do that. It's interesting and entertaining and numbing, but it won't solve that thing, that thing that you know you need to push forward. And so That's what I'm thinking a lot about. Like that's truly what I'm thinking a lot about these days offline. And here's the other thing I'm testing. Like I genuinely want to know from you. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate being able to talk on this channel. Like it means a lot to me, like, actually. And so is it interesting to talk about how to talk about Bitcoin with your partner? Is it interesting to talk about how you can buy real estate with Bitcoin, or how you can still achieve personal finance goals with Bitcoin being at the center of your personal finances? If that stuff's interesting to you, like, please click the link below and join my newsletter. And I want to develop that and put that out in the world, because my wife and I have been doing Bitcoin together for 10 years now. We've been watching Bitcoin and cryptocurrency just like take the world like for 10 years now. And at the same time, I'm also very proud of our ability to like accomplish very kind of classic personal finance goals, as far as like having a family and raising kids and buying real estate. And so if that's interesting to you, if this resonates with you, of like not wanting to just binge Bitcoin videos for the sake of binging Bitcoin videos, and like actually solve that alignment with your personal finances, if that resonates with you, please join the newsletter. It'll send you an auto email from me. I don't even know what it says. Just reply to me and say your reaction to this video. Truly, like, thanks for watching, and I'm excited to talk with you more about this.